I was so focused on getting you set up that I forgot to set up my thing. No, I think that's good. That's good. Oh, my situation is cramped.
Bro, you got all the space in the studio.
Welcome to This Week in Sparkling Water. I'm the host of This Week in Sparkling Water, and my name is Joachim Eriksson. And we got returning champion, third-time caller, Javi is in the studio.
Yes.
So I'm real thirsty, so we're just going to start with the water.
Yeah, we're jumping into it.
I don't feel like I have anything to say today, so we're going to rely heavily on the waters. But also, every time I do an episode where I think I have nothing to say, it turns into like the longest episodes. So we're actually doing some good waters today.
All right.
Cactus Rose. Doesn't that sound like a delicious beverage or a Kanye West ex-girlfriend?
The second one is definitely.
It's like I pre-wrote that joke, but I didn't.
What is going on with the label on that?
Yeah, right?
I
Isn't
like
that fun?
Yeah, that's good.
So, give me your first cup.
Aura Bora.
Aura Bora, Cactus Rose. Dude, how fun is this flight, dude?
Yeah.
So for the people listening to the audio, I got what's called a flight paddle, which is a piece of wood with these little holes in it for glassware. Small cups.
Yeah, and once we drink all four of them, then we beat each other with them.
Yeah, exactly. You slap people on their booty cheeks.
Yep.
With the piece of wood.
Booty. All right. Oh, yeah, we do the smelling.
Oh, you got to smell it. Wow. Cactus and rose.
That's good.
That is exotic, dude.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I actually really like it.
It's like peppery also. Do you smell that?
It's a little peppery.
It's got spices in there outside of just...
Yeah, we got to do this.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting. Oh.
Dude, I got to say, that one's pretty good.
I mean, more than anything, it's weird, but it's pretty good. Right?
I don't get any weirdness out of it.
Oh, well.
For some reason, this is like kind of one of my favorites.
It's like something from an expensive bar.
Yeah.
Like it's very bartendy.
It's a little bartendy.
Because it's like bitters.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a certain bitters.
Somebody put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah.
Because the label on it alone.
Yeah. Well, some of these Aura Boras are garbage.
Are they?
Yeah. Ooh. So there's some trash gremlins in the mix. But this is the king of the trolls right here.
Bro.
Cactus Rose. I'm giving that a 9 out of 10 because that's just so courageous.
I like that.
And
I'm going to say 9.
Yeah. It's courageous. They try something different and they actually... Execution isn't bad. Yeah, maybe you want a little bit more? You want another splash?
I mean, I'll take a little.
That's the ultimate.
That's my favorite one, so let's finish off the can.
Yeah, that's like the best compliment.
Yeah, there we go.
So, let me tell you something that just happened to me like an hour ago or whatever, right at work. So, like at work, I was there's this girl, there's this line cook, her name is Lilith, and I mean, if it wasn't such an insane privacy invasion, I would talk about her for like an hour because she's like such a head case and her life is crazy. But it's rude to be like, oh, boyfriend is a piece of shit. Like that's, you can't.
Yeah, you can't go there.
You can't go there. And also he's like a big bar. He knows everyone in GV.
That causes an issue.
He's a big like GV bar guy.
Yeah. It's like being in high school and he's like the quarterback.
Yeah, and the bully.
And the bully.
Yeah.
That kind of happens.
But so Lilith and me are like, I like her a lot. I like her a lot.
You guys get along good.
Yeah, we get along real good and we get in each other's faces, dude. And then I'm bussing. I'm in the dish pit and I'm putting plates down, dirty plates. And she comes over and she's like, I got something for you. And she puts a mushroom in my breast pocket, but it falls out and lands on the plate. And I think she's like giving me this gift and it landed in a guest's plate with like mole sauce. It landed in a guest's discarded mole.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh.
Wait, this is...
So now I have to eat this thing that's been in someone else's mole. And dude, I am such a germaphobe. But I just steal myself because it's Lilith. And I'm like,
okay.
Like, what
Anything
if
for Lilith.
what if this is the woman I'm supposed to marry and I like don't get
Eat
there
the
because I
mushroom, yeah.
don't eat the
That
mushroom?
moment was the really defining moment.
Like, what if that's the pivotal fork in the road?
Bro.
Or like, do I not? Or it's like, do I not eat the mushroom now? So I like turn it over and look at the stem, and like the stem doesn't have a bunch of mole on it. And it's like rock hard. It's like dehydrated because she's in the room where we have this dehydrator where we like dehydrate sage and stuff to go as a garnish on.
And she's just been hanging out in there all day.
I'm like, I guess she's experimenting because we don't have mushrooms on the menu.
Yeah.
So I guess like we're dehydrating mushrooms and we're going to bring mushrooms on the menu or something.
So this was an experimental mushroom.
She just gave me a mushroom.
Yeah, okay.
And so I take a bite off of the stem. And then she goes, "Sweetie, you can't eat it." And then I realized that she's got a broom in her hand.
No.
And it's not that we're about to put mushrooms on the menu. It's that we had mushrooms on the menu 6 months ago. And she's sweeping under like the shelves.
And she's playfully giving you this
She found
mushroom.
like an entire mushroom. That's all like fossilized.
It's a mummy.
It's totally mummified. It's a completely dehydrated, mummified, naturally
you tried
dehydrated. And I bit into that thing, and dude, that thing got stuck in my teeth. And Javi, you don't understand what a germaphobe I am. Like all the bartenders are always like inventing cocktails, and I can't try those cocktails because people are all in there with their hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can't do anything like that.
I get it.
And somehow I bit this mushroom that's a floor mushroom.
For the sake of potentially marrying.
And I'm a fool, Jav. I'm a fool for love.
I don't blame you. I would have probably eaten the whole thing even after she told me it wasn't supposed to be eaten.
Oh, because we're fools.
Bro, that's totally understandable.
Oh.
Was she smiling the whole time?
She looked a little bit worried when I bit into that mushroom. Because I was so stupid I didn't even understand right away. She was like, she looked a little bit worried. And then I'm crunching on this mushroom and it's like, bro. And dude, her and this other chef is like, just looking at me like, ooh, okay, there's been a serious case of the old miscommunications around here. Because this guy's eating the floor mushroom.
It's like slightly awkward moment.
Yeah. Where it's like, can we not tell him? No, I don't know. So I ate the mushroom and it got stuck in my teeth and then
I mean,
I don't know. How do you recover from that?
Cried on the drive back home.
Just like it's raining. It's not raining, but it's like raining on my car.
Only you.
Phil Collins. Dude, you know
That's
what?
rough, bro.
You know what we're going to be listening to after this pod? My boss was listening to, because you love Sick Kick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I went through a
DJ.
Sick Kick period.
Yeah. Sick Kick is this YouTube DJ who does mashups. What was your fave? Do you remember?
Rolling in the D or something like that.
Rolling in the Deep by Adele.
Yeah.
Matched up with maybe Astronaut, like
Dude,
the astronaut in the ocean or something.
I can't remember exactly what it was called.
Astronaut
but it was
is-
like,
yeah.
it was a banger.
It was wonderful. It was total banankadang.
Yeah. And we just hop in the taco
Yeah.
and blast it.
Oh, total rabanga on the beats.
Bango. Oh, yeah.
You know what my boss was listening to today? Sick Kick, Phil Collins, and Michael Jackson.
Oh, I heard that one.
Oh, yeah, you did?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
good.
It's like one of his new mashups.
Yeah, it's
dope.
good. So that's a little mendy for everyone out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good one.
You know what's funny though is like I listened to the Sick Kick mix and it doesn't strike me the same anymore.
Oh, you had like a phase and then...
Yeah. Now I think about it and I'm like, what was I like? Why was I so into it at that time?
You were.
Yeah, but it fizzled out quick.
That's weird.
It's really weird because it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, music is weird like that. I go through phases, and then I wish I just had a backlog of everyone I've been like. Because sometimes I get bored of my music, and I just feel like if I could just go back 2.5 years or whatever random number, and be like, what was I super into then? If I could just go back and listen to that a little bit, that'd be so fresh to me.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to like remember all the fucking 2-week phases you have of like being really into something for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I go through like blackouts of things that I listen to.
Yeah.
Like when I actually want to listen to something, I feel like I have no clue where to start.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Yeah. It's hard to remember.
It's strange.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm really into Phoebe Bridgers right now.
Who's Phoebe Bridgers?
Yeah, Phoebe Bridgers she's having a moment too. She's kind of famous now, but
yeah, I don't know who that is.
Anyway, but
so you had a good day at work today.
Oh yeah, it was real nice.
That's good.
It was a little bit tense. It's a little bit tense, but it works out.
But yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I was so sleep deprived.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was mostly I was tired, and then I don't know. It's just everything just felt like a fucking struggle. Sometimes we got some bad attitudes in there these days, but you know it's all good.
Yeah, but sleep deprived doesn't really help.
No, sleep deprived hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
Should we do another water?
Yeah. What's the next one?
So the first one, Cactus Rose. Yep. Second one, Probiotic, Raspberry Rose from Poppi. So we're doing rose. That's 2 roses.
Wow.
Give me your cup.
Last time it was elderberry.
Yeah.
Now we're on a rose kick.
Yeah, I mean...
Are we going to go 3 for 3? Or
what do you mean?
Is there going to be another rose?
No.
I
only have 2 roses. The next one is a continuation of raspberry.
Now,
it's got color.
A nice color.
Yeah, it's like a deep rosé.
It's very rosy.
It's like a sparkling rosé.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very raspberry jam.
Dude, it's so jammy.
Yeah. It's nice, though. Like, raspberry jam is kind of underrated. You know what's overrated? Strawberry jam.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the biggest strawberry jam fan. Ooh.
Ah, this reminds me of my sister's house, dude. My sister's house is amazing. It's like, my sister figured out life, dude. She lives in the same town where we grew up, small town Sweden, where you can buy a big house for like 200 grand. Big old house, big old yard, all these berry bushes, raspberries, rhubarb, just like enormous amounts of raspberries.
Nice.
You just wander around picking.
You have one sister, right?
Yeah, I just have one sibling.
So you sent me a picture of her sauna because we were into. Yeah. It was like a big sauna thing this year.
Yeah, you had a sauna kick,
bro. Sauna kick.
Were you in the sauna today?
I was in the sauna for an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah. That wasn't just a kick.
No, it's an ongoing thing.
Okay, let's try it.
Mm. Yeah, that. You went for delicious. It, dude. That's really good.
That's like just a raspberry. That's just a delicious raspberry beverage.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? If there was like a raspberry strawberry shortcake doll, you know, like it's the same type of smell that strawberry shortcake has, but raspberry.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what strawberry shortcake is.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry,
bro. Strawberry shortcake is like one of the most classic Americana type dolls that people grew up with.
It's a doll and a dessert?
No, it's just, I mean, it's just like, that's what the doll takes on is strawberry, is like the smell of strawberry.
Oh, but is there a dessert called strawberry shortcake also?
There is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's another thing. But strawberry shortcake was just like the most memorable doll for like kids our age.
Yeah.
And basically it was like there's a doll that you would squeeze the belly and it had this breath that it would blow out and it smelled like strawberries. Very artificial strawberry.
It came with a scent?
Yeah, dude, you'd squeeze the belly and it would just like blow strawberry smell in your face.
That was a very surprising turn in that story, that's what it does.
But it's a very particular type of strawberry smell. This is what it's kind of related to.
This is a little bit like squeezing the belly? Oh,
yes.
I like this a lot.
This
Dude, we
one's
got
really
some good waters this time.
Yeah. This one's a 10. For
That's
sure.
a 10 for you? Mm-hmm. First time you were on the pod, we gave him like 2, 2, and 2. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hated those.
Those are gross. Yeah. Terrible.
It's like some Kimini ones that you said tasted like urine. So,
It tastes like urine.
yeah.
Very
Yeah,
urine.
exactly.
Urine.
Yeah, my sister's house has a sauna.
Oh,
So-
yeah, but she uses it as a closet.
Yeah,
Or like
it's just like you just buy a big house and it's like you don't even need everything. You didn't even buy it for the sauna. You don't even want a sauna.
But it's such a good deal that it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
you
just like a
gotta
big
fucking-
house and shit.
Might as well.
And it's like berries, raspberry. The grossest thing anyone ever gave me to eat in a restaurant, though, was this one time where I was working at this fish place, and chef just came up to me with like a spoon, and he's like, "Try this." And then, because he always made clam chowder, and then I tried this spoon of some liquid, and it's like I'm already like gagging. Oh, like even before trying it, I'm like, I'm just gonna try mystery spoon
Fluid.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he like tells me that I'm like, "Yep, tastes shrimpy." And then he tells me that that's just like the water that drips off the outside of the bag of the shrimp. And it's like super shrimpy. And he's like, "Yeah, I can use this as a stock. It'll save lots of money." It's like,
That doesn't make any sense.
no, it doesn't.
That's like the condensation. Is that what's going on? It's condensation.
It's a little bit different because it's like, it's just restaurant frozen shrimp comes in this insane block that takes like days to defrost.
yeah.
And it's like, it's all, you get many of those blocks and each block has a bag around it. And everything is shrimpy about it. Like the blocks have been in like a big shrimp factory. So there's
it's
like
just
frozen.
permeated
Yeah, there's
with-
like frozen shrimp ice on the outside of the bag too.
And that's what he
Yeah.
put in a spoon for you to try it.
Yeah.
Dude, you could have died.
I could have died, dude. It's a mystery I'm alive. It is a mystery that I'm alive.
Joey, I don't think that's really a
That haunts
acceptable
me, dude.
move right
Nah,
there.
that haunts me. I always felt like everything was so, I don't know, sometimes everything is just in my head. Like, I just thought everything was like not so fresh in that restaurant. But then I would talk to the line cooks about it sometimes and I'd be like, "Is stuff kind of gross here? Is this kind of dirty? Like, and they'd be like, "Nah, dude, he's like totally OCD about washing his hands like every 30 seconds because he like wouldn't use gloves. But if you wash your hands every 30 seconds, you don't have to use gloves. Like, that's the idea."
I mean, it's questionable, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The one thing that grosses me out about people not washing their hands is that you're always secreting oil. You know? It's like,
yeah,
no matter what, you're pushing out a little bit of oil.
yeah.
And then you're just mixing that in.
Yeah, but the thing is, and this is like, I had my friend Dr. Luke, he's like, him and me, when we lived in the same dorm, I would always watch him cook, or he would cook for me, or I would cook for him, or whatever. And then he'd be scratching his neck the whole time, and then like washing the vegetables. And then I'd be like, "Bro, you can't serve me these vegetables." What? And then he'd be like, "What are you going to catch off of that? You're not catching anything off of that." And he wanted me to like respond with like, "What disease specifically?
Yeah.
Is it possible to get?"
Yeah.
And he just doctored me, you know?
Yeah.
He just out-doctored me because I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to catch off that. So because I don't know what I'm going to catch off that, he just told me that, "No, it's fine."
Yeah.
And that oil that's from your hand, yeah, it's like one thing, the psychological thing of, yeah, it's very separate. There's a little bit of a mismatch, I think, between what makes you sick and what...
Yeah, but it's not a matter of it making you sick.
No, exactly.
It's just the exchange of oil. I don't want anybody's like funky ass oil in my soup or
that's
my bread, my cheese. Like, that's it's like you just grabbed a handful of cheese and just like sprinkled it all and made it extra oily. You know?
Yeah, but that stuff is like, dude, that happened to me today. I was like, a family meal at the restaurant was like a salad, but it was just like big leaves of butter, lettuce, a Dijon, and like ham, and like nothing else. That's like what we could build for ourselves. And then one of the line cooks, Isaac was like, "You want some other stuff on there?" And I like brought my plate over, and I was like pointing to some stuff, and he just sticks his hand in the blue cheese crumbles and just like crumbles it. And I'm looking at his hand. I'm looking at his hand, and he's crumbling blue cheese on there, and then he just sticks his hand in the next thing. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm gonna just tough it out again,
dude.
I'm just gonna tough it out.
I didn't know you were such a germaphobe, but I'm also a germaphobe, and I'm very particular about things. Like even just having a cup of water sitting out for like longer than 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
I refuse to drink it.
Oh yeah, it's been
that's already cross contamination.
Yeah. It's tough, dude. Going to restaurants, having someone else touch your food. I don't know. I do have this idea that everything is in a supermarket, anything in a grocery store.
Yeah,
comes from like a clean factory where robots make it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But do you think that's true?
I mean, to a certain extent, yeah. Like there's probably some level of truth to that. Like
a block of cheddar from Safeway. Has a human being been involved at all?
Dude, you know what? Okay, so I don't know. This is, maybe I should tell you just so that you know, or maybe you already do know, and maybe you shouldn't know about it. But there's a certain amount of rat and like bugs or whatever the fuck allowed per like batch of like, say, for example, peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like the fucking
peanut butter for sure.
Acceptability.
Because peanuts, think about it. It's like you have tons of peanuts. Like you want them to go through every peanut. No, there's rats in there. Like, and the rats just get mushed up.
They get mushed up. Yeah.
Yeah. And
then there's a rat parts per million tester somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like, okay, that's
not a lot of rat.
Not very much.
But rat. A little bit.
A lot of peanut butter, but not
very much exactly. Rat. Yeah, this is mostly peanut butter. Yeah. And that's all right.
Gross. That's the worst thing I've ever been brought to my attention.
Here's the next thing I want to talk about on the podcast, which is actually vaguely related to what we're talking about. But it's more COVID. It's like I have realized this new thing about how I hate people on both extremes when it comes to mask use. Because like now, for some reason, more recently, like we did this pandemic for like a year and a half, and I'm working in a restaurant. No one ever told me, "Can you take your mask off?" No one ever asked me to take my mask off. Never happened. But in the last 30 days, it's happened like multiple times.
Customers,
like old ladies are like, "Yeah, could you take your mask off?" It's like, I would like to see your face. And it's like, it infuriates me because it's just like,
wow.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's weird because with many guests, I'll vibe them out and I'll just go up there with no mask.
Yeah.
Like I just don't like them to ask me to. And it's a little bit like condom use. Where like, there's a little bit of game theory to condom use where like, you maybe don't want to use a condom, but if someone tells you not to use a condom, you want to use a condom with that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's definitely some psychological angle right there.
There's some psychological warfare going on.
Totally.
Where it's like, no one wants to seem like a person that doesn't use condoms, you know? And if you seem like that.
Yeah, don't use a condom.
And if you're like, I never use a condom, it's like, definitely use a condom with that person.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you get two people who always use a condom, then those two people don't have to use a condom.
Right.
You feel me?
There's a little bit more comfort level.
Yeah, there's some sort of game theory about four different outcomes, 4 different situations.
Yeah.
And with mask use, it's a little bit the same. Like, if some old lady's telling me, like, take your mask off, that lady is not vaccinated, spitting in everyone's face, getting spat in.
Oh, yeah.
Old men are spitting in her mouth.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. And doesn't use condoms.
Yeah.
Ever.
She has never used the condom.
Never used the condom.
And, like, she might die from me giving her COVID right now. And she's asking everyone to take their mask off.
Yeah.
I'm offended by that lady. And then at the same time, I still have people that are like, I had one last week where it's like, we have this fire pit out back on the patio.
Oh, bro, after we... Okay, yeah.
Oh, you had something else?
I was going to say, after Christiana and I went to Serena's, we just illegally went and sat at the fire pit.
Oh, yeah, at
it
Holbrook.
was, yeah.
Illegally. You were breaking the law.
We were breaking the law. I had leftovers in my hand and all.
Yeah, people do that. People just come hang.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit all right because it's like, maybe they'll show up here next time because they notice how nice it is. It's pretty nice, right?
It is, yeah.
Like, it's a pretty major fire pit.
Dude, it's a nice slab of, like, some sort of mineral stone.
Yeah, it's a weird, super artificial.
Oh, it's not actual. It's not a stone.
No, the stone is real. But I just mean, like, the shape and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a very rectangular, square angles.
Yeah, and a line fire.
Yeah.
It's, like, really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real nice. All that shit is so expensive.
Oh, I bet.
Like, every piece of furniture and stuff out there is, like, so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But last week I had someone sitting out there, and it's, like, far from the hotel. It's, like, 50 feet from the hotel.
That's the one thing, is that it's like past the dining area in the patio.
Yeah, you feel a little bit off.
Yeah.
Like you're almost in the parking lot.
You're in the parking lot.
Yeah. But so these people are sitting there, and there's no one else on the patio. And then I'm approaching them, and I'm, like, asking, like, do you guys need a menu? Like, and they had a menu. I was, like, offering them something to drink. And I'm, like, we're outside. I'm wearing a mask. I'm about to have a 10-second conversation with you and walk away. And this lady freaks out and puts on 2 masks. And I'm, like, 15 feet away from her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the other extreme.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
On the one hand, there's this old lady who's like, can you take your mask off? Because I like seeing someone's face. Total denial that COVID is even, does not believe that it even exists in any sense. Mm-hmm. And then there's the 2-masker outdoors for a 10-second, like that, because the time really matters. Like how long you interact with someone who even has fucking active COVID.
Yeah. Like physically, that's something that you should consider.
Yeah. But it's like, sense. Bro, they both make me equally mad.
Well, yeah. They're just extremes.
Yeah, just like chill out. And like, if you're in a crowded indoor space in the middle of a pandemic, maybe have a little bit of mask, you know?
Yeah.
You know, chill.
But you saw her, like, just kind of frantically.
Yeah, double mask.
Double mask.
Double medical mask. And it's like.
Yeah, almost like, and not make eye contact either.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, so.
Made me mad.
Was that the continuation to where I interrupted you? That was it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I said my thing. Okay. You're allowed to interrupt me, Hav.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, you're allowed to interrupt me.
Next one.
Yeah, then after last time you were on the pod, we talked about COVID for a bit, and then the thing I felt like I didn't ask you was like, we were talking about how COVID like drags out this like team feeling, and then you had like these weird muddied, like it's not just like medical feelings and feelings about medical stuff. It's like so much other stuff. Mm-hmm. And
like conspiracy type other stuff,
and just like guilt, and like how I was feeling like guilty about feeling like good, like my team is winning if someone fucking gets COVID or whatever.
Right? Yeah, we touched on that.
And like, just like a weird mix of feeling. And then the thing I wanted to ask you, that's like I don't even know how to ask this, but like when you got COVID, did you feel any other feelings than just it sucks that I'm sick right now?
You know,
whoa, that's a huge animal in there.
Is that going to kill one of us?
What is that? That's like
I think that's a stink bug.
That's a stink bug. That's definitely a stink bug.
Where did that come from?
It's like a flat-bodied, 6-legged, flying, loud, large insect.
Yeah, it kind of looks a little barky.
Yeah. That's a stink bug.
Okay, so there was, because to begin with, I was like on the side where it was just like, I was in denial as well. I was like, this is just something that's made up.
Oh yeah, you mean like COVID is made up.
Yeah, like there's no reason to freak out.
Yeah.
But then I got sick, and it was like, I didn't just get sick. I got like some of the worst symptoms, and like severely questioned whether I was going to have to go to the hospital or not. So that
I was very worried about you.
I mean, I just hoarded up in the room and
Yes.
couldn't do anything. Like, I didn't want to talk to anybody. That's really what it came down to.
Yeah.
And I just felt like death. So basically, in those moments, I was just kind of reflecting on the fact that I was like not believing that it ever had a presence in our community whatsoever. But then here I am. I'm like a victim of COVID.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was definitely some questioning, like why I thought that in the first place. Because clearly there was something that was being spread around, and whatever it was that I got was it. But the simple fact of like,
Yes.
me just automatically going into like, no, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That was the single feeling that I got out of it.
You mean that where you question yourself going to that so quickly or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, why would I just assume that
God,
it
that's
was
such
like
a mature question to ask yourself. But yeah. So what's the answer?
I never really got to the point. Yeah. Maybe it's just because I'm impressionable, you know. I'm more on like the side of like questioning whether it's the truth, or like because it's coming from the angle of like a government figure that's
how
like
you feel.
There's a lot of like distrust in the way that the government functions. So for me, it's very easy to just be like, yeah, well, that's sure, you know, there's a fucking virus going around.
Yeah.
There's something pandemic, or that was just an easy swing because that's how I was pre-programmed.
Yeah. And I have a lot of respect for that. I have a lot of respect for that instinct, that skeptical instinct. And that skeptical instinct is based on a lot of real things, you know?
Yeah. It definitely is. There's a lot of reason for it, but I can't just jump to conclusions like that. Yeah.
Well, so you mean you had an evolution of opinion just in terms of, I mean,
But who, I mean, really, what does that mean? Like, that was just a simple perspective thing where it was like, I questioned it. And maybe it's coming from like some conspiracy angle, like conspiracy theorist angle.
Yeah.
But maybe the conspiracy theorist angle that I'm thinking of isn't exactly that. Like maybe there is some conspiracy thing. You know,
there's
like
definitely lots of conspiracies, but
it could still be some different reason.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you mean now?
Like it could be many different things. Like the government might have some like agenda behind it still.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I assure you that the government has hella agenda.
For sure.
All along, with everything. Yeah. No, and I mean, I don't know, you know, I'm also I'm exercising humility, but I think that there's lots of exaggeration and reaction to pandemic and everything, but it's also a real virus that gets people really sick, and it's also a thing that everyone's like, oh, 99.9 people survive it, but it's like there's a lot of shit that happens to you before you die, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a lot of people that are, I don't know, it's hard to quantify.
It is.
Like if you had this thing of like, you feel like you're losing more hair, and it's like, so how do you quantify that? You know?
So that specifically is like, I'm going through this like hair loss thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And that typically happens to people regardless of whether it's COVID. Like
post-viral.
Yeah. If you have some sort of traumatic thing that hits your system.
Yeah.
And
hits it hard enough.
Yeah. And you're stressed out, or all the things that just like compound in that moment, then you're gonna have these after effects and these side effects, and that's one of them. Is that you lose your hair heavily. Yeah. So but it's not specifically because of COVID, but it kind of, it's just being sick.
Yeah. And this big shock to your system.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was pulling clumps out, Joey. That shit was crazy. And then my sister tells me the same thing. And she's, she's like also kind of recovering after a few months.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's random. It's weird.
Yeah.
So that's, No, I mean, I could have been like, now Javi's imagining that, but like, I just drag my foot across the drain in the shower every morning. And it's like, ever since you had COVID, there's just like a massive amount of hair there. So, you're not imagining
I used to be all hair, Joey.
Before you had COVID, it was like once a month there's an amount of hair there, but now it's just like every time.
Yeah.
And but you'll be all right, Jav. You're not going to lose all that great hair of yours. It's a temporary thing.
Bro, you'll seriously, when you went to Yosemite, I was like, at the rate of hair loss that I'm going through. You took out your
calculator.
By the time Joey gets back, I'll be bald.
Yeah, exactly. Like a cue ball.
Yeah, I was sure of it. But there goes our bud.
Oh man, the stink bug is flying all over the place. All right, well, well, that's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah,
that thing of the mixed emotions or whatever.
Yeah, and I still don't know how I feel. Yeah. I mean, I lean more towards there being some sort of agenda.
Right. And I mean, I always say this, but it's like, and I just don't think those things are mutually exclusive. Like, I think that there can be, like, I think that the way the U.S. government operates in the modern world is much more like Noam Chomsky or whatever. Noam Chomsky? No, not Noam Chomsky. Naomi Klein wrote this book called The Shock Doctrine, which is about how the U.S. government always takes advantage of whatever disaster happens. But they don't have to invent the disasters because there's disasters all the time.
Yeah.
So it's about like 9/11. It's like the thing about 9/11 is not that they had to make up 9/11 because fucking terrorists are out there.
And
they do 9/11.
Constantly, yeah.
And then the conspiracy is what they did when 9/11 happened and how they reacted to it and how they did like this enormous government overreach, complete infrastructure, Patriot Act, all that shit that they could then squeeze through.
Yeah.
And like Rahm Emanuel, Barack Obama's first chief of staff and like mayor of Chicago for a long time guy has this famous quote where he's like, you don't want a good disaster to go to waste. Because it's like, you want to get something going if there's a disaster. Yeah. So it's like, it can be true that like almost 1 million Americans have died from this virus that makes people really sick. And of the people that didn't die, there's many people who are just very sick and have bad things happen to them. And then it's also true that like the government is like doing things that's annoying and like that they shouldn't be doing and like all that shit. Like both of those things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's silly to be like, it's all made up,
It is true at the same time. It's like,
yes,
it's clearly true.
And you're willing to admit that now when you had COVID.
Yeah.
So
I was about to die. I was going to be a statistic.
I didn't like how you didn't drink water, Hav. That fucking stressed me the fuck out.
Bro, that was rough. You know what though? I lost a lot of weight, and that was great.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, wow, this one was so fizzy, it just went everywhere. Wow.
You just pour more into
it. Give me your cup. All
right. Third.
Wow. So this third one is Huzzah. Huzzah is the brand. The second one was Poppi. This one is a probiotic seltzer. So now we're going from raspberry rose to raspberry lemon. Dude, this is going to be good too.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's got particulates in it. Like they squeezed up a bunch of raspberries in it.
Yeah, you put that one in front of the light. That's Grainy.
Oh my God. What are you going to catch off that? Health.
That's going to go straight into the filtration system.
Oh, that's wonderful. Dude, I love raspberry. I love all three of these.
Bro, what is going on? How do we get...
These are so good.
Yeah, these are all up in the 9s.
Oh,
10s.
this is delicious. Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Probiotic seltzer.
I like this one. This one's going to be... I don't like the smell as much.
No, I like the smell too. I like lemon. Lemon is just like, oh. Because that's real lemon. You taste that?
Yeah.
You taste that, huh?
Mm-hmm, I do.
That's real. That's what actual lemon tastes like. God damn, that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Where's this one from?
Like geographically, or the
Yeah,
brand is called
yeah.
Huzzah. Fairfield, California.
Oh.
Clearly Kombucha LLC. Is this a kombucha? Oh, this is a kombucha. They just don't write that on there. Wow. They call it a seltzer, but it's...
Wait. What is it? It says Kombucha LLC.
I mean,
Clearly.
the company is called Clearly Kombucha LLC, but the ingredients are... The first ingredients is organic fermented black tea extract. I don't know. It's like a kombucha blend.
Yeah.
But that's a 9 to me. That's really good.
Yeah, I'm going to say 9 too. That's the one.
Yeah. All
I
right.
like that one. But the raspberry rose,
Yeah.
that was the best.
Yeah. Yeah, that Poppi. That's real good.
That's the one that I looked at and just caught my eye from the beginning. I was like,
Yeah. Straight pink.
yeah,
That straight pink.
Straight
can.
pink.
What else is going on, Hav?
Oh, I finished the garage today.
Yeah.
That was great.
Javi did a big spring cleaning in November.
So good. It feels like spring.
Yeah, and it feels good.
Yeah, and I got a little bit of a garage residual
Yeah, dude.
going on.
You fucking...
I got a cough.
You fucking coughing. You inhaled some garage, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to read this email. So I emailed this sparkling water company and asked them for samples. And then first of all, they're called Genki.
Yeah.
And it's like, they look like these, where the cans are real over-designed and stuff. And then I email them, and then I find out that they're in Beijing, like it's a Chinese company, which is very surprising. And then this lady emails me back, and she's like, oh, thanks for your email. I would like to know how you would like to collaborate. Would you be able to produce a video on TikTok, or do you have a TikTok account? It's just that we've been collaborating with TikTokers recently. We haven't contacted any podcasters. So how do you want this to work? And then I explain what it is, right?
Huh.
I'm going to review it on the podcast. I do a podcast. I don't have a TikTok account.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, yeah, we can send you some free samples. You can help promote our lychee flavor, which is refreshing, 100% fruit made. And then they ask for my address and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I send my address. And then she sends me this email where she's like, when you've received our goods, you should email us your video within 3 to 4 days to review. After we approve your podcast episode, you can post it on your account. For the content, please remember to highlight our lychee-flavored sparkling water as a lychee campaign. Only refer to it as a lychee campaign. You can involve some funny jokes about lychee, i.e., the pronunciation of lychee. Do you say lychee or lychee? Hashtag lychee, hashtag lychee hack, hashtag summertime fruit hack, and then there's just lots and lots of hashtags. And then please email me the video once you finished filming. It's like, so she got super involved.
She's like trying to be this overseas director.
Yeah. It's like, first of all, lady, you're in Beijing. And you've already sent me the water. It's like, I'm not going to do any of those things.
No.
I don't think I'm going to do a TikTok
You
video.
shouldn't do their water.
No, I'm going to review it and I'm going to be honest.
Bro, is that like, is there any way that they can like legally come at you?
No, I mean,
right?
I think if you have a contract and you sign a contract and
Yeah.
you say that you're going to say something nice or whatever, and then you say something mean,
Yeah.
then there's like a breach of contract. But reviewing a product on YouTube, Like, you're allowed to review product on YouTube.
And you don't need permission.
No, I don't think so. We're kind of making up as we're going here, but
Yeah, we're newborns. All right, so what do we do with the third glass? The fourth glass.
yeah, we only have 3 waters.
That's it.
Was there anything else we wanted to cover? Should we just go make some milkshakes?
Bro, we need some milkshakes.
Yeah, make a milkshake, put you straight to bed.
Yeah.
Javi didn't sleep so much last night, so...
No, Christiana was beating me up in the middle of the night.
She was kicking you?
She was just kicking me. It was a chain of events.
Explain.
Canyon kicking Christiana. And
Javi's girlfriend has a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
A 3-year-old.
He's about to turn 3. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Javi's girlfriend has a little kid.
Yeah. And he was kicking her. And then she was kicking me.
So everyone sleeps in the same bed?
Yeah.
Always?
Always.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Canyon, Christiana, me. And it was like one of those little like balls, the little physics balls. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Constantly. All night.
On the desk. One of those physics balls.
Yeah.
Oh. So he kicks her and then she just has an auto response and she just kicks you.
Yeah, because she's just frustrated and unconscious frustration directed in my direction.
God, I'm so of two minds when it comes to kids. Like, I really want kids, but it's like, it just seems so nice to not have kids. Like, all my friends now have kids, and
dude, it's a tough thing.
Yeah, it just seems like you're so sleep deprived, and I just love being rested.
That's the thing, is that you're always tired.
Yeah, I just love sleeping 9.5 hours.
Yeah, you do.
Like, I love sleeping 9 hours every night, because when you get a good streak, like when you sleep 8.5 to 9 hours, 5 days in a row, like the way you feel on that 5th day, your chemicals are so balanced.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't do the
true.
same. It's not the same as sleeping 12 hours one night. It's
Not at all.
No, when you get that streak, you wake up and have that cup of coffee and you just feel like,
Yeah, it needs to be dispersed throughout a long period of time.
yeah.
Because, I try that. Getting that 12 hours in
Yeah.
does not work.
Yeah, every 3 days
Every
you do
3
12
days.
hours.
This is rough.
It's not the same.
No. But even if you get like 3 days of 8 to 9 hours,
Yeah.
4th day, great.
It's beautiful.
5th day,
Oh, it's beautiful.
yeah.
And you're saying goodbye to that when you have a kid in the beginning.
You do, yeah.
But some people do it. Some people have 6 kids, you know.
I mean, Canyon wakes up in the morning and he's just like ready to go. And it doesn't, and there's no like specific hour that he wakes up, but he, for the most part, wakes up at like 7:30.
Yeah.
And he's just, like how we were when we were kids. He just jumps out of bed and is ready for the day.
Yeah.
And it's like high energy from the beginning.
Fuck.
So it's like, I can't.
Dude,
can't
imagine in the future when we have some pill we can take so that we function like that. Just like you're in your 30s.
That would be great.
And you're just like, ding!
Yeah. I love that.
And you just like arch your back and just jump out of bed.
Yeah. Like you've been awake for the past 4 hours.
Yeah.
That would be the thing. That would be the thing to make.
It's not how it is.
No. Those days are long gone, Joey.
Yeah, it's not how it is.
But on the 5th day.
Yeah, on the 5th day I wake up and I feel good.
Yeah.
I have that coffee and then I feel,
Yeah.
iced coffee and a vegetable juice. That's how I start every day now.
Is it? You throw a little veggie?
I just roll over to Flower Garden.
Okay.
That's what I do now. It's nice. No food. Just vegetable juice and
Yeah. That's actually a pretty clear morning. That makes you feel good.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Eat a lot of junk food at night and have cake every night.
You have cake every night.
I mean, I had cake. I have sugar. I have a lot of sugar every night, I think. I think I have a pretty high sugar intake.
Sugar lizard.
Yeah, I'm a sugar lizard. I'm a sugar lizard. All right. Anything else, Huv?
Yeah, I think we just need to go for some milkshakes.
Yeah, we're gonna make some milkshakes.
Because that stink bug is coming for us.
Yeah, dude, this stink bug is wildin'. Okay, thanks for listening, everyone.